Welcome to another episode of Debating is for Life. And with me today, someone I call Debating is for Lifer, graduate of the program, volunteer in the program, and debating superstar Jasmine Yao. Welcome.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Very sweet.
Well, you know what? I'm just going to jump right in. I dug this up today. So, you're now in grade 11, and
Yeah.
but I met you around the beginning of COVID, and so the beginning of that 3-year period where just when we first got online, COVID, and there you are right here.
Oh my gosh. I
And
look
so
so
just I want you to
lovely
listen to the cadence of your voice because you were still so young back then. Listen. What's the whole idea behind Take Us There?
because you want to develop your ideas and to lead the final destination and make it bigger.
And it's a bigger impact. Very good. Good, Jasmine. No child left behind. You're a smart cookie. Right? Noted.
Oh.
Okay, Jasmine, take us there.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've all had best friends before, and some of them still have best friends now, like me. But we've all had experiences, or most of us, of a friend's betrayal.
Oh, see, you had it even back then. You had that kind of. Are you in dramatic arts? Is that your background?
No, I used to do drama though. But yeah, I think debate pushed me to drama instead of the other way around. So
Yeah, I think they just go hand in hand. Like one is a good kind of background for the other. But
yeah.
everything about debating is a performance. Even you don't have to be in dramatic arts, but if you don't have any problem with speaking with some pizzazz, because I
Mm.
always tell my students, I said it's really strange if you go up to somebody one on one and start doing wild hand gestures and it doesn't make sense. But when you're on stage, all of that over exaggeration, it makes perfect sense. I think you had it. I think you had it, and you've always had it, and you just came to me by luck, I guess, for me. And you refined, but you would have become a great speaker with or without this program, I believe.
Well, my parents forced me into it. So I think most parents did. That's how children get into debating. It's not really an option. People really don't have it in them to just go and speak, but
Yeah.
sometimes you discover things you don't know.
I find it's a combination of both, and sometimes the parents kind of force the kid's hand at the beginning, and then the kid
Yeah.
I've seen every way of slicing and dicing it. I've seen kids who are begging to come back, and the parents are trying to convince them out of it.
Oh.
And I've seen all sorts of ways, but at some point, I think every kid sees the benefit of it for themselves.
Yeah.
You had an amazing debating journey with us. In grade 9, you had a tournament win, teamed up with Isabella. Tell us a
Yeah.
little bit about that. I'm just going to leave this slide up for the viewing public to read your testimonial because whenever somebody wins a tournament, I get them to write a testimonial for me. And so this was yours. But tell us what it was like to realize you had accomplished this amazing thing, winning a tournament.
Yeah, I think before this, I mainly went to like those really big university tournaments, and I think those really crushed me because like everyone was so good. It was like kind of a toxic environment, and like it was very intimidating. But like when you go to like local tournaments like this one, right? Like people are friendly, like people had different questions, people had issues themselves, and I don't know, when you're in a community like that, you just feel much more accepted. And I think Isabel and I just went in thinking, okay, we're gonna try our best. But somehow, like, we were on a roll, we went on top. And like by the
Yeah, I think
end,
you guys
yeah,
exactly caught the groove, eh? It's
yeah.
like it has to happen to somebody.
You can tell who's like the person that's just there to get awards. And those aren't the really likable people. And like at the end of the day, they aren't the people that others want to be friends with, right? I think being a public speaker is really also about like building those connections, like being able to network like that. And when you're like a good debater, when you're like passionate, people like think you're approachable. And I think that's what you train them, right? You train people to be people,
Uh,
those who like love debating instead of those who
yeah.
just want to capitalize off.
Well, all right. Thanks for keeping it real and bringing it back because this is the whole reason I call this podcast Debating is for Life. When you graduate from this program, two very real things you get. And one of them is the power of persuasion. And the other thing is you get a force field because then all of a sudden people they recognize, oh, this person is mentally tough. This person is verbally tough. And so I'm gonna give them a wide berth. And so
Yeah.
this is an amazing thing you get out of debating. Have you recognized that in your life?
Definitely. I think, first of all, like the confidence it gives you so much more opportunities, just being willing to take risks and being willing to like persuade others. I think personally, I'm a very like, I don't like to come off as too like proud or like really like here are my achievements. But I think debating definitely gives me that like edge to be able to sound like I'm smart, but also being humble at the same time. Debating edge.
Yes, yes. You're cut from the cloth, just like I am. I think
Oh,
you're kind of a natural to this, and you have such a good attitude. And really, a lot of debating is just about being a really fluid thinker and being open-minded. Because you can't be a very rigid-minded person and be able to go back and forth and see everything. It's like I think there's certain people that it fits like a glove, and you're one of them.
oh,
All right.
oh.
So anything else? You come from Saskatchewan. You are in Saskatchewan. What's the weather like over there? Are you having some winter?
Oh my gosh, climate change has been doing things. Like there's like no snow here. Usually at this time it's like
Oh.
at least 3 feet.
Oh,
It's like it's
I had a
crazy.
little bit of like a dusting of snow the other day, which was
Yeah.
nice. We did a sauna and watched it snow outside, so it was very nice.
Oh, yeah.
Not only have you been a star in our program and really someone that the other kids really look up to, but you also
Oh,
have been volunteering and getting some high school volunteer hours, helping me in the in-person classes, Sunday mornings, both junior and senior level classes. So I want to say that that's been tremendous. And those kids, I
mhm.
mean, you've really inspired, you are inspiring like a whole new, up and coming debaters, a new generation. So thank you for your help. It's
Oh,
all,
that's so sweet of
what's your
you.
experience been like helping kids?
I think it's like transforming. Like I don't know, it's crazy to think how much they have improved and how much they will improve. And you can really see them like opening up and becoming critical thinkers at such a young age, which I think
Yeah.
is something really difficult mo for most of the kids to do. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I think we're going to see the fruits of our labor in still in times to come when we see what these people do with all this critical thinking and all this speaking capacity. But it is very fun to watch, and I'm glad you appreciate it. And I'm sure you saw yourself, in the beginning of your journey in these guys, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.